like everything's all good. Let's see. So, testing aside, loading the game as it was last week. I guess rocky starts are just going to be my thing. Oh, welcome back, King Thunder. It is going well. Yeah. I hope the audio balance isn't bad on this, because as the pre-load thing said, and the bottom blurb says there, I am doing the streaming from a different computer. My main one's fine. It's for reasons. And I've been setting that up a bit. Let's see. Ooh. Throat's not as wrecked as last week either, so that's fun. Okay. So, anyway, as I said, welcome back for all this, and congrats on getting to the 15th mission in Devil May Cry 4. I am still going to have to pick that up sometime. I think I'm going to do like with Armored Core, and as I get closer to the end of Devil May Cry 3, pick it up, because it's the only one that I don't have access to right now. But yeah, before I jump right into this, the thing I mentioned about streaming this on my old PC, this is a test, and the PC in question is super old. I remembered making it back in 2009. The reason I'm streaming using it as my streaming PC is so that I can play PC games later on in streaming without a performance hit. I don't trust my equipment to be able to handle that without like some significant frame drops in some of the newer games cases. And if I were to get Witcher 3, it'd choke mad. Bad thing is, my old PC is a 2009 PC, and heating is an issue. So, if this crashes, I'm sorry in advance. This is only a test. Okay, Nero. Did not know him to be related to Sparta. Yeah, that's, maybe white hair runs in the family. Okay, now, where was I? Now, before I actually dive into any missions, and since the I think the voice volume's a little bit low, but whatever. I'll get back to it later. Before I get into any like story missions, and since there's so many arena opponents, I'm gonna pop back into the arena and see if I can still do things. Okay, the mine layer. Oh, I'm gonna watch my step around this guy then. Okay, pick a nice, colorful map. Yeah, I'll go with this one. So yeah, while this is loading, I have to mention a free game offer, since I keep forgetting that I have a Twitter account now. Until the 13th, until Monday, on PC, Watch Dogs is free. So if having to sign up for a Uplay account isn't a thing, or if you don't like have any real problems with him, it's free for the next 2 days, and then you can keep it forever. Like, I'm actually surprised that game's gone free so soon, but you know, it does still come with Uplay, so take that as you will. Yeah, I'm still trying to get the hang of all this stuff. Oh. So, I'm going to forget my Twitter account, because I've never used one in my life. I only made the Twitter account because I made this streaming thing. Oh. Okay, keep this guy in my sights. Oh, no, you don't. None of that. Ugh. Oh, boy, he's going to chew me up with that. Okay. I think his gun arms might be out. So, switch to something a little more meaty. Okay. And that's something else I didn't trust this game with, is I didn't know that enemies could run out of ammunition. Short Let's Play. Okay. Short Let's Play of Devil May Cry 2 or Watch Dogs, because if you're saying either one's awful, I won't hold it against you, because Devil May Cry 2, not fun in the story department. I think we've exhaustively covered that. I got a chance to play a little bit of Watch Dogs. It's a bit rough. Okay, Slave Zero. I've heard of that. It's... Can't remember anything about it. I've never touched that one. But you mentioned Let's Plays. And there's one Let's Play in particular that comes to mind. By your suggestion, King Thunder, I have finally sat down and watched... God, what was it? Oh, I do this too often. Metal Wolf Chaos. Okay. That's the most America mech game I think that there is in existence. So thanks for that suggestion. That's great. If it weren't for the fact that that game costs $200, I would have just jumped on a copy of that. Wow. Super Best Friends play. Okay. Slave Zero. I'm gonna have to look that up. There's my... For one, where's my preparation? I've been so busy poking around with this computer, I misplaced my pen. Alright. Slave Zero. Alright. Got that on the list. Okay. Yes, I watched that whole Let's Play of Metal Wolf Chaos. Every episode, beginning to end. God, I wish I could get that game. That just looks like nothing but pure awesomeness. It's nice, for one, to see a mech that's actually a smaller size, not necessarily a gigantic Godzilla fighting, building crushing, car kicking monstrosity. Although there was that one fight where it flipped the gigantic tank up in the air and tossed it off of the bridge in front of on the way to the Statue of Liberty. So there was that. And the President's antagonist basically being anime Willem Dafoe trying to play the Joker is how I kind of came across with Richard Hawk. That's one of the most fun bad guys I've seen in a very long time. And that giant spider boss, wow. Great vice president to decide it's okay to gas Chicago and sell the citizens of Florida into white slavery. I mean, specifically white slavery. Two things. One, dudes, don't qualify that. That's all I can think of as Lana and Archer saying, don't qualify it. And two, just damn. That was a cartoon supervillain right there. That was nothing but awesome. And they discussed in that Let's Play that Michael Wilson, the protagonist, the president, is apparently fightable and playable in the game Enchanted Arms, so that's interesting. Alright. But I want to get back to believing in my own justice, and get back to this. Oh, I gotta wake up. We would like you to disrupt the Doomsday Organization's military exercises. We have been informed that the organization has been using these exercises to collect data for Project Phantasma. Destroy all opposing forces. Okay, destroy all enemies mission. This shouldn't be too bad, I hope. Because the other one was a maze in the title, so... Oh, man. But Metal Wolf Chaos, that's one of those games where, just from the sounds of it, it just sounds like the actors were just having loads of fun with their lines. Especially the voice actor for Wolf, which I neglected to look those up. But yeah, that game just wow. If I'd like to look up also the comment that the SBFP crew said that apparently From Software was kind of embarrassed for not having released that over here. There are so many virtual consoles and digital releases nowadays, and PC emulation's kind of a doable thing. So, ooh, wow, they're wrecking me. They know what they have to do. Okay. I forgot to change parts up between missions. Okay. What in the world? No. Damn it. Okay, it's harder for me to tell when I'm about to run out of energy because of the delay on my speakers. It's a bit higher. Okay. Whoa, move. Come on. Okay. Back up. Oh, great. When I'm down to like a quarter health. Well. Well, I know what I'm going to be doing when I fail this mission with switch guns. Okay. I am leaving the mission zone. Oh. Yeah. Enemies designs in these games are kind of a weird thing to me. Stuff that's like turrets and missile batteries I get, but those weird flying robot flower things that are just swarming me, what purpose do those serve? Oh. Oh boy. Crap. I'm dead. Well, that's it.
Defenses damaged. Halting combat and returning to the nest.
And the best thing is, this isn't even my worst start, I don't think. Okay. Ooh. I keep forgetting to change parts out between missions. And I probably should have done that during PC testing earlier. So, oh, not shop. Don't need the shop. So, let's see. Garage. Yeah, that's the only thing that really gets me about this Armored Core game is I'm not these past two. I'm not really a fan of the weird radial menu they've got going here. Billy Mitchell. I'm trying to think where I know that name from. Okay. Let's see. Where are these at? Okay. But while I'm quickly switching shoulder weapons to probably ill-advised chain gun and a missile launcher I'm going to throw on the other shoulder. Other free game offer I saw. Overwatch is, well, not really a free game, just a free weekend in this case, sadly. Next weekend will be a World Champion at Pac-Man. Okay, yeah, that... I seem to remember it was like a documentary about that. I never watched that. So yeah, Billy Mitchell definitely eludes me. It's kind of odd to say. trying to remember if I've seen him before. It's kind of embarrassing to say. I don't know that I have, because I've heard of the... I mean, world champion of Pac-Man, that's been a long-standing title. It's no small feat, but... Okay, let's see. Oh, there's the magazine. I'm going to head and throw this on. And... Okay. Alright, now let's see how the... Oh, legs are going to suffer a bit. Well, I guess I'm going to have to ditch the chain gun for the time being. Except for, I never use this thing. Okay. Yeah. Sadly, I haven't watched enough documentaries in recent years. That used to be something I'd do a lot more when I was a kid, when we had cable, and Discovery Channel was my favorite channel, so I'd watch a bunch of nature documentaries, and they had a show on there called Movie Magic. It wasn't so much a documentary, it was a how they did it show. And okay, we go back into here, and I got really familiar with the Primacord and spaghetti sauce on that show. They can do amazing things with those. Det cord is another term for that. Heard that one later off of like Mythbusters.
We will begin the infiltration. Please destroy all opposition.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, come on.
Engaging combat mode.
Alright. Oh, whoa. Really kind of missing overboost at this point. That's a feature in another age that from 2 onward, I should say, that I never really used a lot, but it definitely came in handy, putting distance between you. Where's he at? Moving back.
I have confirmation of enemy reinforcements. Please destroy
Okay.
them in their entirety.
Okay. Okay. Get over here. Seem to remember there also being a Donkey Kong documentary as well that probably need to get back to. Oh. Oh. And who's a party crasher? Okay. Oh crap. I'm out of the good guns. Okay. Enough of that. You sit down.
All opposition has been defeated. We will now return.
Oh man.
Operation cleared.
Yeah, I don't know
System
why I
switched
never
to
used
normal mode.
overboost that much in Armored Core. I know in 4 I didn't have as much fun with it when I used it. But in 2 through 3, if you had the right setup, you could just go for a good long time, and there were some good open areas in some of those levels. It just screamed at you, yeah, do it, overboost. And I'll probably try doing a lot more of that when I get to those games. And so I don't do like that one time and forget to save entirely. Okay. Oh man. And I've been trying to look up gaming news and such in between streams to kind of fill a little bit of the dead air, because I have a bit of a tendency to go silent. I may have mentioned it before. I really, really don't talk much in public. I go through like the bulk of an 8-hour workday and probably don't even say like 1,000 words. I know it probably kind of irritates people. I've always been a bit antisocial. I'm trying to work on that. But yeah, it's been a bit of a slow news week. So if I go quiet a bit, it's not any. It's not. Yeah. Well, I'm not the best conversationalist, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Processing. Oh man. Yeah, Armored Core 4. I don't remember it as well as I'd like to, but it had some. I want to say it had some problems. Yeah, I think. Ooh, a little bit rough. Okay, so I don't have to go through that underground maze mission, which means I don't have to inflict my horrible sense of direction on anyone for the next few minutes. Okay, shipping lanes. Sumika. We want you to disrupt Project Phantasma-related shipping lines. Although we do not have many details on the project, we should not ignore its existence. Okay. The targets are the enemy transport vehicles. Note that the Rampart Bridge is located in front of the military zone. Actually, I was noting more that center image looks a lot like a circuit board. That's interesting. Oh, man. Oh, the disaster artist. I'll get through this mission synopsis before I get onto that. Wow. Before they cross the bridge, destroy all enemy transports. If even one of them gets through, the mission will be considered a failure. We have established a surveillance operation before the bridge at points A, B, and C. We will keep you updated, so listen for details. Okay, Rampart Bridge. Yeah, the disaster artist. I heard about it in passing about a month or two ago. Looked up an old trailer for it at the time, and wow. I don't know what's worse, the fact that the room inspired a movie, or the fact that the movie that the room inspired a book that inspired a movie, or the fact that the movie of the book of the movie. Oh wow, this is kind of confusing. Screw it. Disaster Artist looks great. That's what I'm getting to, is all. James Franco. So yeah, the moment I saw James Franco's name attached, I knew Seth Rogen would be in there. It's like kind of a thing. They're really chummy. It looks ridiculous, but considering what it's about, that means they're doing their jobs. Okay, what is that? Okay, where are we at? Oh boy. You, sit down. Okay. It's weird. The Disaster Artist was one of those movies I didn't think I would ever really... The Room, I should say, is one of those movies I didn't think I would ever really be able to recommend to anyone. But, nice to see that the Disaster Artist at least gives me something where I can, point it and be like, hey, watch this at least. Okay, where'd you go? Oh, that doesn't...
They're almost past point A.
Oh boy, where's point A? It's tower defense and giant robots. Okay. Damn.
We lost them. We have failed.
Battle lost.
Ooh, boy.
System switched to normal.
Well, this is going to be an interesting one. I'm going to give it another shot. The Disaster Artist. I used to know a guy at work who thought that The Room was not so much a bad movie, but that it was intentional. That apparently he was of the opinion that this dude made The Room the way he did on purpose. I can't entirely disagree because it has some... The way it looks, you could make that argument. I could kind of see it, but I'm not really sure. Especially considering the book that the Disaster Artist came from. Apparently, the guy who wrote it alleges there were some ridiculous things in the original script and in Tommy Wiseau's life. Can't remember whether the flying cars... Oh. Can't remember when the flying cars got taken out of the script. Or why they ever got put in the script in the first place. Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to try that mission one more time. Okay. Blockade runner. Oh, man. Like 3 letters. Oh, boy.
Main system engaging combat mode.
We've confirmed the presence of the transport vehicles.
Okay. I need to take a better look at this. Well, they're coming out at 2 points and just dispensing into 3. Let's see. Can I get a better view from above? Alright. Okay, no, you stop that. Cut that out. Alright, here they go. Ants go marching one by one. Oh, crap!
Leaving combat area. Combat operations halted.
And there's where my audio latency is going to be a bit of a problem. Oh god, what is today? Today's the 11th. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try that mission one more time. That was kind of embarrassing. That was totally on me. I should have been paying more attention to my radar. Oh, not saving yet. But yeah, the date comes to mind because of all the holiday stuff that's coming up, and I'm not exactly a traditionalist when it comes to the holidays. When it comes to holidays, I don't like go out and do a bunch of Christmas shopping. There's not a lot of people that I really give gifts to or anything. There is one real Christmas tradition for me. I sit at home and I watch some of my favorite Christmas movies, and I don't have them on DVD right offhand, but there's one set of movies that I really need to get, and probably splurge on those at some point in the near future. And you may have already guessed, I'm talking about the Die Hard trilogy. Best Christmas movies. Whoa, that is a narrow point. Back. Yeah. So yeah, Lethal Weapon is also kind of on the list, but I haven't watched Lethal Weapon in forever. Die Hard, on the other hand, I watch those like just about every year. I love me some Die Hard. John McClane has long been one of my favorite action heroes, just in general. And there's a lot of good reasons for it, too. One, he's not like one of those gigantic muscle beasts that you're used to seeing in a lot of things. I mean, he puts on a little bit more muscle mass in later movies, but he's still no Stallone. And two, he doesn't have that traditional mentality you see of a lot of action heroes. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go and wreck me some terrorists and freedom and something. He's got more of that mentality of, holy shit, I'm gonna die. The terrorists are gonna destroy everything I've ever known and loved, and yeah. So yeah, John McClane, MVP. That's not to say I don't like more traditional action movies, or even, in the context of what I was just talking about, more traditional Christmas movies. I love a Christmas story. So.
They are now close to
Shit.
Point
Point B. Where you at? There's no way I can get there in time, is there? Ah,
All vehicles destroyed.
nice.
Well done.
But yeah, as far as Christmas movies go, yeah, I tend to put A Christmas Story down
Target of operation
a good bit below
system
the
switched
original
to
Die
normal
Hard
mode.
trilogy, I should say. Even though the third one it's not really a Christmas movie, obviously, but I watch it just because it's really good. um, and as far as Christmas movies go, I've been meaning to watch the second Christmas Story movie, not because it's good though. Um, it looks pretty terrible. Which makes me sad because Daniel Stern is in it, and he played Marv in Home Alone. I loved him though. This was fun. Okay. Oh. Let's see. Trying to think. Yeah. There was one piece of news that really caught my eye. Um, it wasn't the whole AMD head moving to Intel thing. I haven't really read a whole lot into that. It was, God, was it Take-Two, the guys who, the parent company of Rockstar, apparently have decided that going forward, since Grand Theft Auto Online is making so much money, they really want those kind of recurrent spending options in all their future games. And don't get me wrong, I really want Red Dead Redemption 2. I've never played the first one, which I'm going to go back and get sooner or later because it just looks good. But if they pull that GTA Online crap with the shark cards and all that microtransaction stuff, I'll probably put off getting Red Dead Redemption 2. It's one thing when microtransactions are little cosmetic doodads like some Overwatch flair, but yeah, when it gets into the pay to win territory, like GTA Online did, just no, that's not fun anymore. Home Run King. Okay. Let's see, find another map. We'll go with this one. Don't want to pick the same arena map 2 times in a row. I love the variety they've got going here. Okay. But yeah, Take-Two. That company, they just keep getting shittier and shittier. Which is sad because, Rockstar, they make such good games, but, they're going to buckle to their parent company's whims. Of course, it's not a thing I'm seeing as being like forced or anything. They're a company. They're in the business of making business. And this isn't like something that's like, oh yeah, they're talking crap about other people's consoles or shutting down the competition by buying them and then closing them. EA. But yeah, it's games that are pay to win. That's never fun for anyone. Who's that fun for? Well, I guess it's fun for the people who are paying and winning, but the average gamers, that's whoa shoot. He ain't kidding around. But yeah, that's the kind of thing that won't make me not purchase a game. It's the thing that'll make me delay purchasing a game. Yeah. Christmas movies, yeah. There's not really a lot of them that are like just Christmassy Christmas movies that I actually like. Like maybe the first Home Alone movie, Christmas Story. But yeah. God. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh. Yeah. He's flying up there. Maybe I should jump on a spaceship and chase him to a friggin' space station like a good president did. Oh, man. Oh, down. Oh, I love that they can run out of ammo in this game. Slaves... Infogrames. Wow. That's a name I don't see often enough. French company, as I recall. Man, whatever happened to them? Did they get bought by Ubisoft? It's like now I want to look them up. It's like looking up Sierra last week, which I totally forgot about. What was that paper that I had? Yeah, it's like I feel like I should know these companies a little bit more intuitively. It's like look at this stuff up, and then I have a tendency to kind of forget it. And Sierra Entertainment last week coming up. I didn't remember them being responsible for, like, you know, the King's Quest games and Leisure Suit Larry, stuff that just about everyone's heard of in some context. There's a mediocre first-person shooter that they did a while back that I kind of wanted to give a spin. The demo seemed fun, called Time Shift. A little time manipulation FPS. Yeah, Michael Wilson. When he screams, yeah, they... the voice acting, like, I didn't notice that every time in the subtitles, but I did notice in the subtitles that sometimes I noticed that one, and then I noticed like maybe a handful of other things would have Romanized characters. Wow, I'm stuttering so bad right now. But the voice acting from the secondary characters was just so great in there too. There was I believe it was the canyon stage. There was a helicopter pilot, and you shoot him down, and he blows up. And when you're recording in a booth, they apparently tell you just go all out. They have like they'll let you scream in there. It's not like you're trying to not disturb the neighbors. But the dude, he says his line is like, "I'm sorry." You know, just like that, or where you can tell he was just kind of talking into the microphone when he was supposed to be screaming. And I'm wondering what the voice director actually told him to do with that line, because almost every other scream I heard in the game was like a legitimate yell, but that line... Oh, man. That line was just fun. Oh, Acclaim. The Mortal Kombat publishers. Well, for a while, anyway. Okay, view change. Maybe it's just because I've been watching too much of Team 4 Star playing Metal Gear, but this immediately makes me think Shadow Moses looking at this map layout. I mean, even though it doesn't look anything like Shadow Moses. Okay, it is clearly me watching too much Metal Gear. Metal Gear! Oh man, Acclaim. Those old Mortal Kombat games. Yeah, I never had the luxury when I was a kid to have the Sega Genesis version of Mortal Kombat, the original one. I had the Super Nintendo one, where instead of knocking the blood out of someone, you're like knocking sawdust out of them. So, but I didn't care as I was a kid. It was enough for me to even have the game. Somehow, I got the game after getting some Mortal Kombat trading cards, which, why is that a thing? But, yeah, it took me forever to beat that game. Okay. Okay, one more good mission. I might have time for 2 more good missions. Whew. Okie dokie. Oh, and it said I had new mail earlier. I just totally glossed over it because I was talking about, like, John McClane and stuff. Okay, we have found remnants of a large weapon, the likes of which we have not come across before. They are probably related to the secret project known as Phantasma. Thank you for your thorough and efficient work. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. sooner or later, I'm going to have to just hold on to some extra money for like streaming resources. Not like new equipment or anything, but games to play on stream. I'm going to have to keep Metal Wolf Chaos in mind. And there's another game that I'll have to keep in mind, which this is going to be way down the road. I have no plans to play this one anytime soon. Mega Man Legends spin-off title called The Misadventures of Tron Bonne. And I never played Mega Man Legends, but my brother owned Tron Bonne, and later wound up having to get rid of it for some reason. I can't remember. It was a decision we both wound up regretting, given the game's high resale price now. You can get it for $6 digitally on the PSN store now, but, you know, I don't like my physical copies. So I'm going to have to keep in mind later down the road, when I'm holding onto some extra scratch for some extra fun games, to keep that and Metal Wolf Chaos in mind. Of course, for Metal Wolf Chaos, I'll have to get a classic Xbox, probably, because I don't own one. Okay. Mission synopsis real quick, and I'll get back to reading chat. We have been informed that a high-ranking official will be visiting the Doomsday Organization weapon test facility in southeast Amber Crown. Wow, they really are organized if they have their own weapon testing facility. Holy crap. Run interference and capture him. The weapon testing area is secured, with both anti-aerial radar and anti-tank landmine. Oh shit. Beware of these deterrents. They can prematurely end the mission. Yes, that's what death does. We will divide into 2 groups. You should head north from the riverside, cross the 2 bridges, and then head west. West. Okay. North from river, cross 2 bridges, head west. When the battle begins, choppers will not be able to approach the testing plant. Ignore the enemies and keep going. Okay. North of bridges, west. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, Jungle Cruise.
From here, we will divide
Yeah, I was
into
hoping
groups
there was
and
some way you
attack
could
the
shoot that
laboratory
helicopter
from both
reporter
sides.
down, because that guy was such a dick.
Please don't
Horrible,
forget about
horrible
the
monster spin
anti-aircraft
artist.
radar in the area.
Let's see, humans, Peter McDonough.
In other words, avoid using your boosters.
Oh, man.
I will contact you soon. Commence action.
Getting shot down and basically being all like, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. What a turd. Oh my god. I hope this isn't as dark on the viewer end as it is on mine. Whoa. Damn. Oh, I have got to figure out how to... Oh, I see. It's cool. Where's my map? North. See what looks like a bridge there. Alright. Okay, it's a good thing this level is lightening up. I was kind of worried about that.
No, the landmines have been triggered.
Okay. Oh, crap.
The helicopter is gone. Mission failed.
Where? What the hell?
Battle lost. System switched to
Okay.
normal mode.
Yeah, as for loading a disk image of Metal Wolf Chaos onto a onto an Xbox, if I did that, I wouldn't be playing it on stream. So if I ever play that on stream, I will at that time I will have a legit copy. If it were for my own experience, I'm kind of iffy on the prospect. Don't get me wrong, I really want to play that game, but you know, on stream I neither encourage or discourage those things. But at this point, it technically cannot be piracy, as there are no new copies and they don't see a cent of the money anymore. So it's like, it's would that be abandonware? I don't know. Um, so it's not like new games where the companies in question are actually losing money, but I really wish there was some way I could like actually mail or email from software, or get a petition together, and kind of poke the bear, see if they can release the most patriotic mech shooter ever. Oh man, because that would be great. Let's see. Hmm. Yeah, I had a feeling you didn't mean on stream when you said that, but yeah, just as a point of clarification, I just say that. Um, let's see. As for getting impatient with games, yeah, that's me with this, because it's like I really really love playing Armored Core. I really like to get further in this, but I do have like chores and stuff to do in my short streams and such. Basically, kick me off before I can really get good and comfortable. Let's try this again. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Anti-aerial radar. Okie dokie. Ah, Devolver Digital. Now there's a group I've heard of. Don't know many games of theirs, but I seem to remember a top-down Western-themed shooter thing, uh, having them attached to it a couple of E3s ago, and I've been meaning to get back to look at that. Uh, let's see. Ooh boy. Now I gotta see if I can figure out how to not trigger the failure condition. Hmm. Let's see.
From here, we will divide into two groups and attack the laboratory from both sides. Please don't forget about the anti-aircraft radar in the area.
Oh, I
In other
won't.
words, avoid using your boosters.
Oh.
I will
Right,
contact
I
you
missed the
soon.
thing that she was
Commence action.
specifically saying to me. Avoid using boosters.
Main system engaging
And then the
combat mode.
other thing immediately uses boosters. What the hell? Dead Rising. Never did play much of those. I played a little bit of the first one. Sad thing about the text not really being friendly for smaller TVs, but thankfully I don't have that problem now. Oh. Where's the... Crap. Okay, where you at, Helly? Alright, enough of that. I really have been watching too much Metal Gear. Remember, this is a stealth mission. At least as much of a stealth mission as, trudging through a swamp in a gigantic suit of metal and death can possibly be. Okay. Where the hell am I even going? Okay. Either I'm not far enough north, or I am not far enough north. Let's see. Let me rotate the map. Okay. Yeah, those Dead Rising games. I don't know why. Oh crap!
No, the landmines have been
Don't tell me I just failed this.
The helicopter is gone. Mission
Ah.
failed.
Battle lost. System switched to normal mode.
Okay, I might try this mission one more time before the end of this stream, but this is going to piss me off if I can't do this one efficiently. But yeah, Dead Rising series. I know those games really pride themselves on replayability. I got a couple of free ones on Xbox 360 thanks to Games with Gold, and I really wanted to sink more time into those as well. Let's see, arena. Yeah, I'll do another arena room. Just thought it'd be fun to get a little bit more of a frame of reference on who Frank West was, because most of my experience with Frank West was Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Let's see. Okay. A 1930s racing game. Wow. Well, cars were an immensely popular part of the culture back then. I'm just confused as to why anyone thought making a racing game would be a project to tackle. I don't know. 1930s cars. I mean, for some reason I think 1930s, and then the images that come to mind are always of the stuff that's like more 1940s, so I don't have the best frame of reference for Prohibition era cars that I should. But common civilian cars, some of those I'll think of, big white wall tires and stuff, but I don't know a lot about like actual racing cars at the time. Oh, ow. But I could really go for more racing games in my gamer diet. They've always been a genre that I haven't been particularly good at, sadly. Um, I don't think Mario Kart really, not counting kart races. Wow, I'm stammering. Not counting like kart races, I tend to lean more toward the arcadey stuff. Sim racing games, just I get destroyed. Well suited for high-speed battles, multiple chain guns. Ooh boy, I have a bad feeling this guy's not going to be stationary. He's probably going to be human plus. Okay. Yeah. It's like I know a little bit about Frank West, but not like a whole lot, because I think I played like an hour or 2 hours of the first one. I know he's covered wars, so... Yeah. But aside from that, yeah. Barely anything. I barely know anything about him. Okay. Yep, this guy's got to be human plus, because I don't think those are chain... I think those are the chain guns he's shooting at me. Okay. Hey, ya. Liking that corner there, buddy? Ooh. Ooh, Dynamite Cop. I've only seen a handful of stills of that. I think it was from an... And I'm probably wrong about this date, but I know it wasn't in an EGM. I think it was in a 1996 issue of EGM that I saw these stills in, because that was a thick issue that I remember handling. It was like around the holidays, and most of the stuff in it that I was interested in. Wow, most of the stuff that I was interested in that was in the fighting games department. The issue I'm thinking of specifically covered the release of Street Fighter Alpha 2. and that was about the time I got it. So I may have the exact date wrong, but I think that I saw a little bit about Dynamite Cop in there. I want to say, if I'm remembering the right game, I might be like confusing it with Rent a Hero or something really off. I seem to remember full 3D movement as opposed to the 2D with sidestepping that most 3D fighting games tend to lean toward. My memory for older games is far more of a jumble than it should be. Okay. Yeah. As for Dante's sword in Dead Rising, that kind of makes me wonder about the modding opportunities in the Dead Rising series, because I know at least some of them are on PC. They had a huge fanfare about like that last one coming out on PC, and then kind of, I can't remember if it came out a mess or it was like a copy protection backlash or what, but yeah. Weapon testing radar. If this game has a mine detector, I'm gonna have to look that up. Hyperbit Hero Gaming Brit. Only gaming Brit that I'm fairly familiar with right offhand is John Bain, the Cynical Brit, and I haven't watched more than a handful of his minutes of his content. Well, there's also the Jimquisition. Jim Sterling, don't care for his videos. They're okay. There's a lot of informative stuff in there, but kind of has a tabloid feel that doesn't quite strike a chord with me. Oh crap. And first thing I do is use boosters. Yeah. Nothing against Jim Sterling. He definitely puts out good content. It's just not my speed. Oh. So, and I know that I just mentioned two totally different gaming Brits, but you know, they're just the ones that I know of. The ones that I know of. Oh, ah. As soon as I get down to 50 rounds, I gotta stop wasting ammo. Okay, where you at, buddy? Oh, there you are. Ooh, boy. I can't help but feel that, you know, the mines should be visible somehow, and I'm just, like, totally ignoring them or something. Okay, what's that? Where am I? Oh, wow. This kind of reminds me of some of the earlier missions in Crisis. There's a bit of sprawling space. A few levels into the game kind of makes me think of, you know, this. Kind of, it's almost like farmland or something. Ah. Okay.
The helicopter is gone. Mission failed.
Well, I know something not to blow up now.
System switched.
Ooh, boy. Videos on Metal Gear Solid Devil May Cry. Yeah. Metal Gear Solid definitely catches my attention. I've played most of the core entries there. I got the last two core entries downloaded on my PS4. I just they were PS Plus bonuses, so I've only got a limited time before I can play them. I never pay for Plus much, so... Okay. Well, sorry about the slower, less active stream, but it is now 5, and... wow. I really should have got more coffee before I started, too. But I am glad this stream didn't crash, so there's that. So now I know my old PC still has a bit of life left in it. Even some 8 years after its original build. It doesn't have its original processor, but it has its original heart. Oh. So I am going to go on ahead and call it quits there for the day. I will be, as usual, coming back tomorrow and coming back with some Devil May Cry action. And probably won't be quite as lost on that as I was on this. That mission with those mines, I'm going to have to look up a guide on that, I think, because I'm not entirely sure how I'm triggering those and failing it. But, yeah, at least with Devil May Cry, I know exactly how I'm failing, on account of the not getting good. So, I'm going to do that tomorrow, well, at least less bad. I'll work on getting good. Totally get there. And, in the meantime, I've got a few more chores to do on my end. Thank you for stopping by. And... where? My mouse is deciding to be stubborn. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, that was just me signing off clumsily as always. I'll work on that sooner or later. But, like I said, back tomorrow with Devil May Cry, same bat time, same bat channel. So, hopefully, see you then.